Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Thoughts Become Things. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these a few years ago, and the world has completely changed since then. So if as I'm reading something seems out of date, I will just give you the most recent information. And at the end, I will summarize the topic based on all that's going on in the world today. I also have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Thoughts become things. Many years ago, I was in an unhappy marriage. I used to regularly fantasize being in a different relationship. I would imagine meeting a new person and telling them how tragically my first husband had died. At some point, I realized I was projecting the energy of dying towards him. So I made a conscious effort to stop all those thoughts. And shortly afterwards, it came to light that he was addicted to cocaine. So, in a sense, he'd been slowly killing himself all those years. What I also realize now is that while I was checked out in fantasy, I was not fully engaged or bringing energy into my life and marriage. When I stopped, I brought my full attention into my space. It turned on the lights, revealing what had been hidden. I'd been in denial about how creepy the energy had been between us, checking out instead of bringing it to the surface to clear. Checking out or fantasizing is wasted creative energy. What you repeatedly visualize can come into form. If you're running a litany of complaints and poor me's in your head, you're perpetuating the things you're whining about. If you're fantasizing about other people romantically, you're actually projecting that energy of infidelity into your relationship. You have the power to manifest if you direct your focus and not scatter it. I first started meditating when I was 22. It was an in-body meditation where I'd focus on connecting to the earth and centering. Up until then, I'd spend most of my time in fantasy, which meant energetically I was floating above my head rather than focused in my body. It's not an effective way to navigate your reality. It's a little like trying to drive your car while sitting on the roof. Also, you drive in the direction your thoughts take you. If you spend your time judging your neighbor, you'll drive on their lawn or experience the reality, and how fun is that? If you spend your time imagining a sympathetic audience listening to your litany of poor me's, then you'll continue creating situations where you feel victimized. There's a difference between focusing on a positive reality and being in denial about your current situation. You need to acknowledge and accept, or not resist, where you currently are in order to make changes. Being in denial is being disconnected. That's like steering your car from your roof with no steering wheel. Acceptance isn't succumbing to or giving in to or even approving of whatever is going on. Your husband is cheating on you, your cat has cancer, your company's merged with Megacorp and you're the first to go. All great indications to take action. You can't take action if you're pretending everything is just fine. This doesn't mean trying to control every finite detail of your world. You can hold positive thoughts for the best outcome without determining what that might be and let reality surprise you. But the first step is to notice your own mindset. Notice what you think about all day long. Notice what you do to zone out. Once you see where you're disconnected, make a change in the moment it happens. Figuratively, grab yourself by the ears and redirect your thinking. Count your blessings. Start a gratitude list, imagining doors opening to infinite possibilities. Next, take some action, however small. Research websites on surviving infidelity. Switch your cat's food to all organic and raw meat. Email all your friends in other companies your resume. That's all it takes. Step one, step two, step one, step two. And pretty soon you're navigating to a new world. Try this for a week and see how your life transforms. While I was a little concerned I was going to start talking about law of attraction, and Thoughts Become Things is actually a book by somebody whose name I've just forgotten. Shoot, it's right there. I interviewed him on my radio show, and he was in The Secret. He's still doing Notes from the Universe. I will remember once I finish recording. So anyway, that is a perspective of the law of attraction, is that your thoughts become things, and there is an element of that is if you're perpetually thinking about something, it manifests in your reality. And then how to shift things is by shifting your focus. I actually did this once when I noticed myself with my litany of complaints, and when I stopped myself and changed my thought process, I had to do this continually, and it was really uncomfortable breaking that pattern. But in about 2 weeks, what happened was I lifted out of a depression that I didn't even know I was in. So negative thoughts actually create negative neural pathways, and those become these ruts that you can't get out of. And if they're deep enough, then you need medication to help change things before you can just use positive thinking to redirect yourself. And the other thing I find nowadays, having gone through my own consciousness shift, is that law of attraction is really not the highest level of manifesting as consciousness. It's kind of a medium level, and it's great for people who are like, this is a brand new thing. I can make changes in my reality. But what I find with the work that I do now, it is accessing reality that's outside of the hologram. And even as I say that, I can feel this kind of tingling about that, because what's outside of the hologram is unexpected, full of surprises, and bigger than you can possibly imagine. And all of us are shifting to that possibility. So keep your eyes and ears open and try some of these suggestions for a week and see what transforms. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And also please click the like button and subscribe. And that way you're telling YouTube to share it far and wide and get this out to someone who really needs to see this information. If you'd like a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. And it's a way of looking at your life as consciousness. And it gives you tremendous insight on how to make changes. And if you want some manifestation techniques, Manifesting Money and Miracles is my self-study course where you learn energetic ways to create profound changes. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. There you can learn about my individual sessions where I take a look at you as consciousness and what's going on in your life today. And then I can answer any questions that you might have, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about your job, financial situations, your living situation, what's coming up in your future. And I can also talk to dead people, and it's all recorded just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, that is navigate your life as consciousness, Manifesting Money and Miracles is great preparation for my coaching special where I work with you one-on-one and give you specifically chosen consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.